What is going on, guys? We're back for yet another YouTube video. Today we have another very special install for the Type R. We have the Whiteline anti-lift kit and some Silver's Neomax coilovers for the Type R. Of course, they're custom spec. Let's go ahead, pull all the stuff out of those two boxes, and I'll show you guys what's in them. So Whiteline actually did an excellent job packing this. I feel like this is one of the cooler packaging things that I've seen done. Of course, they give you a crap ton of stickers. It's Whiteline. Instructions, dry, moisture, sucker upper things, I don't know. Whiteline purchase, redeem thing. And then, of course, the thing that we all are here for, bushing grease. Just kidding. No, the actual anti-lift kit itself. So there's actually two separate bushings. One of them's for the SI and one of them's for the Type R. And then, of course, we have the compliance mount here. And again, I just want to comment on how much I love the whole setup of the packaging and everything. It's really nice and pretty to look at. So yeah, that's what we got in this one. And then let's go ahead and actually just real quick while we're here, let's go ahead and pull one of these guys out. It's actually super light. I mean, it probably weighs a good 3 pounds, but in all reality, it's not bad at all. A little bit of assembly required since we have two different bushings, but not too bad. And the machining quality looks to be pretty good. I mean, all the holes line up really well. We'll see if they line up on the car, but all the cuts are nice and they're not rough on the edges or anything, so looks good. So here is the Silver's Coilovers box, very individually packaged. We have both front struts in here, and then the kit also comes with the new adjustable end links for installing the front struts, because the sway bar end links that come factory are far too long. And then, of course, we have the rear setup with the shock spring separation combo. But let's go ahead and pull out one of the fronts, take a quick look at it, if I can get this thing off. So here we are. You can see these are the welds on the specific plates and everything. It all looks pretty good. I love the collar design on these as well. It's very thick, and just the way that you would have to use a spanner wrench on this looks like it may not get as badly damaged as some of the other ones do. Of course, Swift springs on these guys. You could see the assembly of the pillow ball mount up here, and the camber plate itself looks real nice. Quick update for y'all. Car is in the air. Wheels are loose. They're on but loose, and everything is up and good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get all of the wheels off right now and pull I was gonna start with the rear, but I think I'm actually gonna do the front. So start pulling the fronts and just disassembling everything. Of course, I gotta open the hood, and I'm gonna do my best to cover everything. However, it might be a little bit difficult. I'm only me, so I can do as much as possible, but I'll do my best to get everything covered for you guys so you can see the whole process. All right, check it out. The complete under tray is off the car. I broke like all of the little clips that go in here. Those ones were broken from trying to get it on the trailer, and then a few of these just weren't having a good time with me, so I broke like a good majority of them. But I still have enough of them to hold the thing, or to hold it on. But I'll be buying some more of those because that's just ridiculous. All right, guys, check this out. We got the first coilover in on the passenger side here. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt trying to figure out everything going in. I still have the lower control arm out for the Whiteline bushings. However, this coil's in, and I'm not going to do any adjustments or preload settings until I drop the car and put the control arms in, just because then it's easier to mess with everything. However, it's all good. My little cousin was a huge help. He man the jack for me so we could change all the heights and stuff. However, it's in, it's good to go. I'm really excited about it. It was a little bit of a pain to get the stock one out, but not too bad, and we're good. So we're gonna make some more progress on this side, just putting everything else we can in. And cat. And the control arm is currently sitting over here. So I guess my buddy has a press, so I'm gonna take it over to his place and we're gonna press out the control arm. So, cause I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that out without a press. All right guys, quick update for y'all. I got the rear shock installed and shock walla. I lost that footage, it's not gonna make sense anymore.
Shock walla!
And I go to install the spring and look at this. It doesn't fit. So thanks, Silvers. The springs you sent me don't fit on your purchase. So I guess don't buy Swift springs.
Buy it again.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess I'm just gonna give him a call on Monday. It's Saturday right now, and hopefully I can get other springs that fit the purchase, and we'll see what happens.
Pressing suspension parts 101 with Ray's Racing. Oh my God, send help, guys.
So I just finished putting the Whiteline anti-lift kit in on the control arms using this home 12-ton press from Harbor Freight and a bunch of bricks. So if you guys want to do it yourself, used a bunch of bricks and just
Don't do it yourself.
essentially, yeah, don't do it yourself. Major shout out to Josh for letting me borrow his press and also helping me out with this. But we just suspended the end where the anti-lift kit is inside these bricks, closed them together and then pressed it out, and then I flipped it over and then pressed it in. But I mean, it's kind of sketch, but hey, I mean, it's done, so it's in. We're good to go. Again, thank you. Major shout out to Josh, Ray's Racing, for letting me borrow his stuff to get this in. All right, guys, we're back at the garage. Have the anti-lift kit here. It is installed on the stock lower control arms, which is awesome. And the stock bushings are over there. I'll give you guys a quick rundown of what those look like. All right, guys, here we are approximately 2 weeks later. So the Type R is still here in the garage. And I'm pretty sure we finally have a solution to fix it. So I'm just gonna go over one more time, worst case I edit it out. Where we are at right now is basically the front is good. Everything is good with the front. I got the passenger side in completely for the most part. There's a few things I have to button up. Driver's side I'm still working on. I just kind of lost interest for the week that was there, and then we got in because I didn't have all the parts. And then the holidays came and everything's just been insane. So I haven't really done anything much on the car since like 2 weeks ago. The backs are where we had the problems. The backs are where we had the problem. If you guys remember, we had the spring that would not fit over the perch. So I R&D'd with Silvers and I have a new perch. The goal is that hopefully the perch will fit in the car, and the spring already does fit over the perch. I just tested that, so that's beautiful. So I did figure out the rear shock spacing. I got little spacers for it, little washers, and so I'm going to go ahead and test fit those, make sure all that works. However, we seem to finally be at a dilemma for where we can get the car going. So I'm going to button up the fronts. You guys saw me do everything on the passenger side. I'm going to go ahead and do the driver's side and at least get everything squared away there. And once that's done, we'll move on to the backs and get a full installation going. All right, guys, here we are. Day 3, day 4, I don't know, something like that. I am currently here in the rear of the car. As you can see, the Silver's coilovers have been installed. I have the spring on the perch and the shock is bolted in. Pretty much all that's left to do is to put the fender liner back in. Everything's good to go back here. Check the torque spec on everything, and it's all good to go. Sway bars installed. And so once I put the fender liner back in and of course tape up this cable for the adaptive dampers, we should be good to go back here. I am super excited to finally get these coilovers in on the Type R. It's been sitting in the garage for like weeks at this point. So I'm just glad that the rears are finally in, because that was pretty much our stopping point. I wasn't able to get the rears in, like I said, because of the purchase. So now that that's all good, I'm super ecstatic. All right, guys, here you have it. Tessa is officially on the floor here. That is super amazing. I'm so excited. I need to do a little bit of adjustment on the ride height. Maybe I'll just ask Chewerks to do it when I'm there, because they're going to be doing a corner balance and alignment on this car. And just have them set it a little bit. The rear is currently lower than the front, and on a front wheel drive car, you definitely want a little bit of a rear rake, so you want the rear to be a little bit higher. And overall, I just think that the car is a little bit on the high side for my taste. Even though, you know, you want to have the best for the track, I tend to want mine just a little bit lower. So I'll probably have them lower the front by like 1/4 to 1/2 inch. And I actually might have them leave the rear. The rear looks pretty good. So either way, the car is on the ground, which I'm super stoked about. Unfortunately, I won't be driving it right now. I'm actually just going to move it back into its rightful spot on the left side of the garage right here. Still need to get that alignment, and so yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna put it in on the left side of the garage and call it a day. All right, guys, there you have it. My uniform is off, which means we are done. I have the suspension and the anti-lift kit from Whiteline in the Type R, which means we are completely done. Closed book, closed chapter with this modification. I'm super stoked and excited to give it a test. I have an alignment set up with Chewerks in about a week from when I'm filming this. So I'm really excited to get that done so I can drive the car. I am going to try and get the wheels repaired as soon as possible, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with those at the moment. Kind of sucks. 3 of them are bent. I ended up taking a look at the car, and I have 3 bent wheels on the Advans from tracking this season. So that's a little disheartening to know that I spent that much money on wheels and they bent that easy. I had 2 bad offs, but I know I didn't have 3 and the wheels were all juggled around. So I'm not quite sure how the 3rd one happened. And even one of the other 2 was a little bit like iffy on if it was bent or not. So that's a little disappointing, but you know, it's part of the game. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We've got new suspension and the anti-lift kit in the Type R. I'm super excited and stoked to test that out, and definitely leave a comment down below if you like these kinds of videos. I will continue to make the modification. Leave a comment down below on what you guys want to see on the channel. Smash that like button if you like this video, and definitely hit that subscribe button to keep updated for all of the new stuff we have going on. I'm going to be taking this thing all around to California for California tracks this year, so definitely stay tuned for that, and we've got some more modifications coming up. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.